Welcome back, everybody, to another Tips for Mortgage video series on reverse mortgages. My name is Mike Parkinson. I'm a mortgage broker with Dominion Lending Centers in Campbell River, British Columbia, joined by my cousin Jaden Bax, mortgage broker just outside of Calgary, Alberta, from Avenue Financial. How are you doing today, Jaden?
I'm loving life. And why can't you say Crossfield, Alberta? Everybody knows where Crossfield is.
Nobody does. Come on.
It's true.
Okay,
It's true.
Crossfield, Alberta. But are
Crossfield,
you
Alberta.
like
Thank
kind
you.
of rural Crossfield, right?
Exactly. Just outside of Crossfield on the farm out there. But you'll see me coming on the highway, going from Calgary to Edmonton. I'm right there, right?
Are you?
So, yeah.
That's all that matters. That's all. How big is Crossfield? About like what? 30 people?
3,000 people. 3,000 people.
Okay, I'll say Crossfield next time. Sorry.
Thank you. Everybody knows
what that is. Anyway, getting back to the topic here on reverse mortgages. This one's going to be interesting, Jay. We're going to talk about a product, an open term product that probably not a lot of people, it's a fairly new product through CHIP, Home Equity Bank. They're the only ones that do offer this. And it's a great product. They came out with this recently because they noticed that people were having, just needing something short term that's open. And it's something that can work really well for someone maybe downsizing. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. And so this one was actually something that came out of consultation with brokers. Like brokers were saying to them, and people selling the CHIP product, this is something that was needed. They listened, they went out and they made it. And just so people know, when we talk about open and closed mortgages, so there's two types of mortgages in that vein. Open basically means that you can sell it at any time. You can get rid of that mortgage at any time with no penalty attached to it, right? So, a home equity line of credit is always open. There's certain open mortgages on the market as well. Every closed mortgage, for the most part, will have a penalty involved with it. And that's reflected in rates and things like that. But so anyway, they saw a need for this in the community that they serve, specifically retirees and plus 55, in that quite often these people, they're ready to downsize. They're making big life changes at some point, but they don't qualify for typical lending, right? And so, but they don't necessarily need the lending that long, right? And so there's multiple examples of how this can work. So for instance, maybe you've been in your house for 30, 50 years. It's in one of the, those inner city desirable communities that people are wanting to live, just great place, great schools, all those kinds of things. But maybe over that time you haven't done much updating, but you're living on a pension and your savings is going towards your retirement, right? It's not to be doing projects on a house that you're not necessarily going to stay in, right? So, maybe you've met with your realtor and they said, like, listen, this house is great. If you want to sell it quicker or get a better market going for it, we would need to update this, and that. And so using the equity in your home that you've built up over all these years to do those kinds of things is fantastic. So, just gets it out there. It's on the market. It just looks better to prospective buyers. The other side of that is maybe that, after this is all said and done, you're doing this, you're doing that, but you don't want to have your house sold and then you have to go find another house once the funds from that house become available, right? And so it's the open is also a great way to maybe take the equity out of your house, go buy that, that condo, that bungalow, single story place that you're looking at in whatever community. And then when you sell your house, you pay off that open. There's no penalty involved with it. You're already into your new house. You may have used those open funds for, for movers and your realty fees and lawyers and all that other stuff. So just a really great way to give yourself lump sum of money for short-term needs.
Yep. Yeah, and without qualifying, like Jaden just said, that's the most important thing. You find a lot of retirees that are living on pensions and, they let alone wouldn't qualify for the mortgage they need on the new place, aside from trying to keep both, right? And the stress of moving at the exact same time it can be really stressful. So what this does is it just takes pressure off. And you can do what's called an inter alia mortgages, where you do, you set the security over a couple of different properties that we can look at, meaning that you could probably take more out. So you could pay cash for that new property. And then when your house sells, like Jaden said, it's an open term so that there's no cost to pay it off, pay everything off. And you have no mortgage and you're good to go. And another thing that really works for this product, if you decide, hey, I don't want to buy another place, I just want to sell and rent, but I want to fix my house up first, this is a great product for something like that. So in those two situations, they've come out with an awesome product. They were listening to brokers, and they've just noticed that people were really needing this. So if you're in that boat where you're thinking of buying and then not having to sell right away, and you just can't figure it out, or if you want to upgrade your home and then just sell and rent, then give us a call. Call me anytime. I'm in BC, Jaden's in Alberta. We're happy to help you guys out and at least show you the options of this great product, and then you decide if it works for you. So yeah, thanks everybody. We'll see you next week on Tips for Mortgages with another reverse mortgage tip for you. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you then.
Have a good one, guys.